I have a confession. It is 2020. I am 32 years old, and I still have not learned to not touch your eye after you have cut jalapenos. Seriously? Seriously. And Cybil knew the minute I called you and you're like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I have jalapeno all in my eye. And then I put yogurt on my face and it was like magic. I love organic chemistry. I wish I'd paid more attention because that felt so much better. And I just sat around for an hour and a half with just yogurt on my face. So
every esthetician who's listening was like, girlfriend, we got you.
Oh my God, it was terrible. Thankfully, so I was cutting onions and then my eyes were watering and then I cut the jalapenos next. And then because my eyes were watering, I got an eyelash in my eye. And then I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? And thankfully I didn't touch in my eye. I just touched around my eye and instantly regretted my life choices. It was horribly painful. So,
oh God.
Shout out to Cybil for saving my life. Shout out to yogurt. Also, by the way, you guys, I don't eat yogurt. It was actually my dog's yogurt. And I was just like, I don't care what nasty shit is in here because I never rinse a spoon because she's the only one who eats it. It's going on my face because my eye is on fire. On fire.
I know. Shout out to your dog for having yogurt.
Yeah. I was like, finally, a good idea here. Because other than that, there's truly no dairy in the house. I mean, I guess I could have put butter on my face. That probably.
No, butter would not have worked. It does not have the right compound.
Okay. Well, that's probably why I can eat butter and not yogurt. Right there.
Yeah, not the right compounds.
May you all learn from my lessons and not make the same mistakes that I have.
Yes. All right, guys. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Cybil Solon. I'm an esthetician and spa owner.
And hi, I'm Alex Ellis. I'm a body nerd and wellness expert, and we are business besties.
And bosses, running your own business, it's hard.
But we're terrible employees, so we're figuring it out.
I've already figured it out, but we promise to tell you everything that we know about what it's like to make six figures and beyond.
And to be brutally honest about what works and what totally sucks on your path to getting there.
Oh my God. So much of it totally sucks.
It sucks. Balls. Welcome back to Skinfessional. On today's show, we are talking about your Black Friday offers. Woo! Also, how to keep it super simple so that you're not pulling your hair out. You're enjoying your pie, not pulling your hair out.
And where the money really is. Yeah. Because it's really hidden.
It is. Well, because Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday have turned into like Black October, you were saying, and like Black November. There's like, you just buy, they're already telling me to buy my holiday stuff. And I'm like, but it's 80 outside still. I don't know what to do.
Right. And also, like, honestly, this year, Christmas is ramping up so fast because we have a couple things going on. One, we have people who are like, listen, I want to spend my money now because I just need the joy of spending. I need something to comfort me, and I'm just wrap myself in the dollar bills, and that's going to help me. Also, people are really afraid of just running out of the money because that's happening. Also, finally, I think that people are having like a little bit of hope. And so they're like, maybe I'll spend some of my money as hope. So we got things happening. And I think we also have a bit of marketing incentive where people are like, I got to get into your pocket before you don't have money.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that is happening from a lot of businesses of just like, buy this shit, please. We're hurting. I was looking at, are AMCs open around you yet?
AMCs have been open. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that at all until somebody was like visiting me and they're like, hey, so I'm just to let you know, I am going to be going to the movies after I see you. And I'm like, what movies? And they're like, oh, I'm going to the theater. I'm like, oh my God, really?
Okay, you should totally scope it out because they're letting you rent theaters.
The whole theater for $150.
Yeah, right? What a cool
deal. Theater, $150.
They have lost something like 98 billion or maybe million, like a lot of money this year. Like they're really hurting. So they're like, I mean, whatever it takes, can you just like give us some money, please? Because we don't have any right now.
I know. Like Nils and I were talking about, I'm like, I wish I had known, like really the only thing I want to see right now is Tenet, and that's not out anymore. Because No, it's not. It's gone out of theaters. The only thing they're showing right now is kind of older movies. That's really the issue.
Well, okay. So let's just take a side trip here into the land of Hollywood. It's actually a huge problem because all of the theater or the movie studios push back their openings because there's no theaters open. So the theaters are trying to open, but they don't have anything to show, and it's all a hot mess. But Hollywood is alive and well. Like I live super close to Warner Brothers, and they are like back to business. Like,
well, they're kind of back to business. No, see, I'm not going to say it's alive and well. They're kind of back to business. Suddenly we're becoming a Hollywood show, but they're kind of back to business. But if you're in Los Angeles or you're in California, I mean, one of the reasons I did partially shut down my shop was because I knew what it was like during the writer's strike.
Yeah.
And they're kind of back to business, but they're not in full tilt right now.
Well, the union, how about, let's reframe this. The union and the grips and like those dudes, they're definitely back because their parking lots are packed with their giant trucks.
Well, they're trying to film as much as they can, as fast as they can, because they know they're getting shut down again.
Yeah. So Black Friday.
But I mean, that's just a metaphor for what Black Friday is like right now, right? Just jam it in, get her done, because we're not going to be able to get her done again. Right?
No, and I think also just to, it's not, yes, it is about the money and your survival as a business owner, but also remind yourself you have a solution for your customer. And it is your responsibility to share that with people because you truly can help people with whatever it is that they're looking for, whether it's less pain or glowing skin or less hair, like whatever it might be. They have a problem, you have a solution, and you really should be sharing it with them.
Right. And it's also a time to remind them that you're still here. However you're still here. Hey, I'm still here.
Still here, still here. Yeah, absolutely. And reminding them you're still here because there is so much noise. I don't know what the exact number is. I know we've talked about it before too, but you send out an email and you're like, nobody read it, but people have to read like 13 emails before or be sent that many before they act with you. It takes multiple touch points for them to be like, oh yeah, that is a thing. Thanks for reminding me. And now I'm going to go buy it. There's been multiple times where it's like the last hour of the sale when I finally step into the abyss of my inbox. I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah, I do want to take advantage of that. And then hopping on that bandwagon. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there because you're not top of mind for your customers. Sorry, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about other stuff.
Right. Also, it also depends, and we're going to talk about this a little bit, I think it really depends also how you're reaching out to them. I do believe that email is, a dying off breed when it comes to marketing. There are better ways. I think that getting into their text box, there are chat bots that are working better these days. And, we were talking about this earlier, DMs, getting onto their Instagram, their Facebook feed, and I hate Facebook, but getting onto their social feeds and getting into their DMs, even just a message out to your people. And I know that it's not sexy, but getting onto your people and just, dropping them a message directly. It takes time, but if you can go to your people and be like, "Hey, these are my big spender list." Go into your deep into your numbers and be like, "These are the people who spend money with me." Drop them a message. Get on a video and be like, "Hey, I'm running a special. This is what it is. Love for you to be part of it." Suddenly they're like, "Hey, I know that person. I want to buy that thing."
Absolutely. Yeah. For sure. So it depends on who you are and how you've been reaching out to people. I find the two most successful channels for me and my business and my clients are Instagram and email. So, but it's also, again, it's different for everybody. I take advice from other people and they're like, oh, Facebook is a place to be. It depends on where you have established yourself and where you're talking to people. But at the end of the day, the one-to-one conversations that you can't automate, that you can't have a bot do, like the DMs and those video messages and voice messages, like those things still matter because we are so bombarded by all this automation that having that one-to-one conversation is still super, super valuable wherever you can do it.
Right. And do remember that if your people are watching you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, many people still feel that is a one-to-one conversation. So like that story, that TikTok, whatever, when you're like, hi, into the camera. Hi, guys. Like I just did this. Hi, guys. I'm getting ready to place an order. And I just want to let you know that, I want to place an order for you.
How
And
many
they're just
people
like, hey, I
responded
got
back
a
to
bunch
that?
of DMs.
Yeah. How many people responded back?
5.
That's freaking great because that's 5 potential extra
Yeah,
sales.
and I just wanted to make sure that I'm placing an order, and I know that lead time right now for one of my vendors is it's taking like 2 weeks to get product right now. And so I just want to make sure that like I get the product out to people. And
Yeah.
so that's why I did it. But I was just like, hey, that's sales for me. Sweet.
Yeah. I think so I'm just like, wait, who was this? On Instagram, I love this guy named Sethi, and he wrote a book called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Have you read it, his stuff?
I have not read that one. I'm actually writing it down to make sure to put it in the show notes.
Yeah, you guys need to read it. It is fantastic. It's just like no bullshit, no nonsense. He has scripts in there that I used yesterday to call my credit card companies and get my interest rates lowered, and it worked. So he's freaking great. When I first got the book too, I called to get a bunch of fees reversed, and I made like I didn't make, but I saved $75 just from the whatever, like $12 his book cost. 100% worth it. So on his feed, because I think on social, I fall into this trap of like, oh, it always has to be the new thing, the new thing, the new thing. And on his feed and on his stories, he said, essentially it was like, here's what I do, here's how I can help you, and here are the 5 different products and ways I can do it. And it literally was a slide for each product, swipe up to find out more. And he had products like, I know that he is the I Will Teach You to Be Rich guy, and I assumed he had some courses about that, but he had other courses at all different price points. And I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. And so don't falsely assume that your clients know all of the things that you're offering, because they don't, because their attention span is shorter than a gnat's. So don't be afraid to remind them, whether it be on their stories or in their feeds or in their inboxes, of just like, hey, by the way, did you know I can help you with this? Or less like that, hey, do you need help with this thing? And then allow them to have that conversation.
Totally. That's a great idea, guys. That is fire. Wow, that is fire.
Yeah, I'll send you the video that I recorded because I was
right. Sometimes we forget that like asking and telling are important. Ask what they need and tell them what you have.
I mean, how else are they going to know?
Right. So Black Friday, you're going to tell them what you have, and hopefully they're going to be like, I want that thing.
Yes. So let's talk about your offer first.
Yeah.
So your offer, what are you actually packaging and selling on Black Friday, and what does that look like? Now, there's many ways to do this that huge retailers do, but remember, we're not Walmart. I'm not going to be offering TVs at 50% off. That's just not going to happen. I don't have those profit margins. Like, no. So just because somebody else is offering massive discounts on their stuff doesn't mean that you have to do that to have a successful Black Friday. All right. I'm just put that out there because I have fallen into this trap before. Everything is 30% off. And then I'm like, oh, I actually lost money on Black Friday. Yeah. How did that happen? So don't make that mistake.
So I will remind people, my caveat is, if you have stuff that needs to leave,
yes,
and that you want a deep discount because you're like, it's crap and I just need to get it off my shelf, and a 60% discount on that, it's better than no money. Now's the time.
Now's the time. Now, you definitely want to be very specific with the offer that you are presenting forth on Black Friday for all the reasons that we've talked about. People are busy, things are noisy. 40% off of everything is, slightly less enticing and specific than maybe creating like, hey, I put these 3 products together and they're at this super awesome discount, and like, here's what you're going to get or whatever. So when putting together packages or this offer, have one specific, client in mind. Right? So even for you, Cybil, who is my client that I know is going to be a spender on Black Friday? I don't know about hair removal clients. Maybe they're not like huge Black Friday spenders, but I know my skincare people are going to be all about it. Let me put together a package for that person that I know is going to buy that is super enticing for them. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally think that would work. Also, so I think that there's 2 ways you can go through. One, you can go through like, I'm going to go through with the person who I know is going to be like buying. So I'm going through the skincare person. I know that this person is what I want to, that this is what they're looking for, etc. And then you can go through the like, this is what I want to sell off of my shelf, or this is what I want to move. right? So, and then from there, you like, who's the person who's going to buy that, right? You can go from two different perspectives, I think.
Yeah, totally.
From that, right? Though I will say that if you go from the person who's going to buy it, you will 100% know that you're going to move stuff better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But sometimes you want to go from the like, there's things that I want to move. So if you're like, hi, I looked at my inventory and I had a bunch of back bar of X kind of facial and I want to get rid of that. Cool. Then, package that in a way that you think that this client this client is going to want it. And if you're like, I don't have that client, how can you like upsell it, whatever, try to do it, try to make it happen.
Well, I think it's also important to be selling to the people that you have for Black Friday.
Yes, for Black Friday,
that you already have, rather than this aspirational person that you want to have down the line.
Absolutely.
That's a long game, and it's not impossible, but that's not a great Black Friday.
It's not a good Black Friday deal. And I know that we've all done the thing where we're like, I have this new thing and I have this new thing and I can't wait. I'm going to roll it out for Black Friday. And then it's been like, wah, wah.
Do not do the new thing. So that's another really great point. Now is not the time, because again, we want our people to see this offer. They go, yep, that's my problem. Yes, I need that. Right? Any time of, wait, what is that? And what does it include? And does that really help me? Any extra decision, like we want the decision to be such a simple yes or
no. It has to be fast, because their mind's like, I'm buying. If they have to be like, wait, I had to learn about something, they're like, I'm on to the next thing I'm buying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My money's out the door somewhere else.
Also, especially online sales, we want them to be then led to a super short sales page, right? I think, I don't have it open here. Like literally less than a quarter of a page is all of the text that's on my sales page. This is in contrast to when I open my membership, right? This is like a 14-day open period. I spend a lot of time leading up to it and talking about it and educating about it. That sales page is long and should be shorter, but it's much, much longer. So now is not the time for like super long, right? It's one problem, one super clear solution for one super specific client that you have.
That is important to know. I'm actually writing that down, guys. One problem, because I like one problem, one very specific solution, right? And so like, this is not probably the time that you're going to put together a really complicated package of something, right? And I know that this happens a lot. And I've seen this happen. Especially estheticians, we love to put packages together, guys. I understand it. Christmas time, you can do that. This is not the time. This is the time to get super hyper focused and be like, I'm going to sell that hydrofacial. I'm going to sell that pumpkin peel. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell the hell out of this one thing.
Pumpkin spice latte peel? Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm going to sell. By the way, that is what the Skin Fitness Club is doing this month. Hell yeah. So this is the time that you get super hyper focused, and it's about sensation. So once again, the pumpkin spice latte, facial, you're going to sell 1 million of those because people are like, I'm ready for that. That feels and sounds
into the like Christmas spirit.
Yeah, that feels and smells and tastes, and I want that right this second.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even know that was a thing. I want it. I do miss that pumpkin cleanser because it did just like.
Yeah, well, that's part of the facial this month. So, and if you're selling product, if you're doing like a little like sample packages or something, it's going to be they're going to be fast. They're going to be easy. You're not going to talk about what's in them very heavily. It's just going to be like calming sample pack. Great for this kind of skin.
Yeah. Well, I think as far as like all the stuff that's in them, the more clarity that you can have and the less, again, complication of like all of these moving parts, the better.
Right. Because I know like a lot of times, especially in my industry, this time of year, we sell a lot of product. It's so much product. Like we move a lot of product this time of year. It's so much product. And I know that for me, I'm definitely like packaging things. And so I stripped down a lot of like, I literally just putting these pages together and I just stripped down a lot of the text. Yeah. I was just like, it's all became very simple, because you just want people to be like buying, buy. And if you can sell a person something that they're already buying, that's even better. So, like you're like your favorite lipsticks on sale. That's
Exactly.
like great copy. Your favorite lipstick on sale.
Right. Which is, again, one specific offer for one
Yep.
specific person. And it's super simple.
Yep. Done. That's what you're looking for. Something simple. Think about it for yourself. And we've talked about this before. Alex talks about it all the time. What would you want in your inbox right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What would you not want in your inbox right now? What are you like clicking on and deleting?
This just made me think. I saw this photo on Instagram and it was a bowl of noodles and it said send nudes, like NOODD. And when you're like, what do you want in your inbox? I was like, nudes, please.
You're like, I would like all the dick pics. Thank you.
No, just pictures of bowls of noodles, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yum.
I know, sounds really good. I'm hungry again. So do you have your Black Friday package kind of put together or are you still thinking about it?
I actually have, so I mostly am trying to move stuff off of my shelves, and I'm actually doing one of those like roll out of my makeup, because I'm trying to move a bunch of makeup off my shelf because people are not wearing makeup right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm desperately trying to get rid of my makeup. Hopefully no clients are listening.
Mm-hmm.
Desperately trying to move makeup. And so what I'm doing the tiered offers. So like if you spend $100, you get 20% off. You spend $200, you get 50% off. Right? So like really fast escalation. Spend $250, 60% off.
Dang.
I want you to get that $250 because it's really easy to get there.
Yeah.
And get 60% off. And I am deep discounting because that stuff just needs to get off my shelf.
Right.
But I want people to look at that I wanted them to look at that 60% and be like, yes, I want in that number.
Yeah. Now, but obviously, is that cutting in or not? Obviously, I was saying question.
Yeah, that's cutting deep into my profit. Like, I mean, 50, anybody knows that generally 50% is where, we are still making profit. So I'm losing money. But at this point, this product is about to go bad on my shelf. And it's got maybe a year left shelf life. It's got to leave. Okay. And nobody's really wearing makeup right now.
No, because you can't see it.
And it's just specific things. So it's like, it's like blushes, lipsticks, glosses, it's not like foundations, and it's very specific things, and I have one saying your favorite lipstick on sale, your favorite gloss on sale, I have another one. It's like, have you missed me? And it's a picture of like a chick wearing lipstick and blush,
Seriously.
Like, have you missed me?
Lipsticks are totally going bad in my closet right now.
Right. And have another one where it's like, Zoom look, where it's like, so she's done it for Zoom, right? Zoom look. And nothing says the holidays like a holiday party. And it's like a glass of wine and she's got like her face all done up,
That sounds like
and then
so far off.
Right. And like, I have no idea if any of this is going to sell. I have no clue because like we're living in a weird time, but I just sat around and thought to myself, what might move product for me? And I have just so much makeup sitting around that just needs to go.
Yeah. All right, cool. So there's a perfect example of I want to move stuff off my shelf. So that like tiered pricing, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Cause even as a consumer, I'm like, 60% off. I guess
60% off.
$50.
60% off will get people's attention. 50% off almost doesn't get people's attention anymore. You have to go even to really get people's be like, what did you say? You really have to go a little bit bigger than 60%. You're a consumer, Alex. What gets your serious attention these days?
Yeah, it's got to be like 40% or higher.
Yeah.
Anything less than like when someone's like, it's 15%, I'm like, get out of here. And this is child.
That is barely tax these days.
Yeah. I know.
So I know in California, 10% is like tax right now.
Yeah. No, it totally is. It totally is.
Yeah.
Okay. So a different option, my Black Friday offer. So all the things that we've talked about, not offering something new, being super simple and focused. I'm doing, thanks to Cybil's naming expertise, Neck Pain 911, which is a 2-hour workshop all about neck pain. So this is something new in that I've never done a neck pain specific workshop, but it's a workshop, done that before. It's about pain relief, done that before. It's about movement and mobility. That's literally my wheelhouse. Okay. If I were to come out and say, I'm launching this new line of widgets, like it's not the time for that. Right? That's going to take a longer runway. So super focused on the thing. The And as opposed to, well, actually, no, this isn't, I was going to say, as opposed to discounting, I am totally discounting it. So for my pre-sale people, right, the people who have expressed some interest, raised their hand, I'm sending them messages, video messages, reaching out, and giving them basically $20 off of, so it'll be $47.
I have a question. Have you thought about, instead of giving the $20 off, being like, here's $20? Here's $20 to spend on this, because there is something that is more psychological about you giving somebody money that they are going to lose, that they're wasting, than giving them money to like off of something.
What do you mean?
So like Alex, I send you a thing saying, here's $20 to spend in my shopping cart. Here's $20 to spend on Soul and Skin Fitness Studio.
Mm-hmm.
But here's $20 off.
Right, which works when you have a store with other stuff.
Give them $20 to spend on your.
Yeah, but basically they're just going to land in the cart and it's going to be $27. So like, they're going to see that it's discounted and all that stuff.
All right.
The Black Friday, that one day, right? $37. And then after that, it'll be still open. So if you snooze, you lose. It's $47, but you can still hop in. So another thing I added into this package, right? There's the workshop, but I also added in a 30-day calendar of exercises. I didn't create it. It was already created for something else. So also take a minute to hit pause, look at your shelf. Look at your hard drive. What things do you have sitting around that you could put together to make this thing more enticing? So
absolutely.
For the customer, right? They get the neck pain fixed. They get this workshop. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm really excited about it. And then they also get a calendar. So for a whole month, they know what to do for the rest of their body as well. So they get full body wellness in this one package. Another thing I want to touch upon too is this idea of a runway, because I've mentioned it a couple times. I don't recommend, because I've done this, on Friday morning, an email, a text, something goes out. Hey, stuff's on sale. I'll go buy. Yeah. Yeah. No. You want to be really intentional with how you reach out. And you want to hype it up. Like Apple does this, right? They send out, you just see like one corner of the camera lens before the new iPhone drops. Movie trailers, right? They're building hype. Or what was the one, was it like Cloverfield? Didn't they have like this whole like secret website and like all this stuff? And people are like, what is this? What's going on? Right? You just want to be in people's inboxes with value, or be in there wherever they are, hyping up this offer that you have, right?
I love the idea of like people just being around being like, I have neck pain.
Right, they don't necessarily. But actually, I asked the question. Okay, speaking of different platforms, right? So I asked the same question on Instagram and Facebook. I show up 99% more frequently on Instagram. It's my platform of choice. But I was like, well, let's just try Facebook, see what happens. And the question was, because I wanted to find out what type of words they're using. So when I package and write the copy for this offer, I'm talking about what they want, not what I think they want. And so the question was, if I were to wave a magic wand over your neck and shoulders, what would your first switch be? On Instagram, I got fantastic answers. Less neck tension, no shoulder pain. I want to be able to like get strong, like things that were actually relevant to the conversation. Over on Facebook, got some very weird answers. Like one was for the country to heal. And I was like, Did you even read what I posted? So it's interesting too. If you throw something out there and it doesn't land, just try again. Clearly just tweak it a little bit. It was very funny. But it just goes to show, if you don't show up in someone's inbox, if you're not showing up on social media platform, you can't just like waltz in and be like, here's my shit, buy my shit, and expect them to buy it if you haven't been showing up. Apparently Facebook, the people who follow me on Facebook don't even know what I do, which is fine because like I'm not on Facebook, but I'm like, oh, well, there's a growth opportunity should I so desire.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook either. It's a hot mess over there. I know. And I know estheticians, you're all up in Facebook. Like Facebook is the land of estheticians. Like I'm over there. I stop by and I say hey to all the esthetician groups that are full of 30,000 followers. in all of the groups, and then I go right back over to IG and I say hi to people.
Facebook groups. Yeah. Instagram is not a group thing.
No, and all the groups are like where it's happening on Facebook.
Yep.
And then, I can't even stand Facebook.
I go back to Facebook for a Facebook group of business friends that I have.
So, yeah, and that's it. That's like, it's horrible. I can't stand the Facebook.
But so this runway, I'm going to be sending out 3 emails in the 2 weeks leading up to Black Friday, so that when that email goes out on Friday morning, today's the day, it's not hopefully the first time they've heard from me about this specific thing. So you're kind of warming them up to the idea. And also on that day, I'm going to be sending probably 3 emails. Yes, they're getting a lot of emails, but also the chances are like maybe they miss it. Maybe they don't. Maybe I catch them 1 hour before the time is up. Right. There's other ways to go to like just get in front of them. I'm going to be on my Instagram stories. I will not be on Facebook because so think about it, right? How can I talk about my offer in a way that isn't just, hey, this thing is coming and you should really buy this shit, right? So for you, Cybil, and your makeup, right? It could be, even talking like about, oh my gosh, you guys, like I so miss, or how about this? Since the pandemic, we've been doing so many Zoom meetings and like you go outside and you always wear your mask, but I did a full face of makeup the other day and it was so much fun. I felt so great. And it's got me thinking about makeup and the power of makeup and how it's so important to like give yourself that self-care and give yourself that like fun experience of just glam and taking care of yourself. And it's so super important. By the way, I got something coming, like stay tuned kind of thing, or if you're interested, how about this? If you're interested, or you need to, re-up your makeup stash, like hit reply and let me know. You start a conversation, you get them already on the bandwagon, and then they know that something is coming.
That's a great one. Yeah. So I have one where I'm like, hey, it's been so long. So I do a lot of video with mine. So almost all of mine have a video in them because I find video marketing very powerful. I use Dubb. I've talked about it a lot. I'll have a link in the description.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one where I have a how to use your lipstick, both as a lipstick and a blush. So you use it double time that. I have that. Yeah. So I have that. And then I have another one where I just talk about how much the fixations stay under a mask, and I show that you can wear it under a mask and it doesn't come off. Mm-hmm. Because I know we have to wear masks all the time now, but that doesn't stop us from wearing our lipstick if we want to. Because lipstick is like lingerie. You wear it for yourself, not for others.
Yes, right. Yeah. No, I love that. And actually, okay, have you seen on Instagram those like 3D molded plastic mouth?
Yes.
My mom got some. They're freaking great. Because I was the same thing, like just even my like tinted moisturizer was like getting all over the inside of my mask. It looked like there's poop in there. It's like so gross. But now it's like slightly away from your face. You're not inhaling fabric and you can breathe better. It's terrible for seeing your feet because now there's like this extra thing.
I already can't see my feet. What are you talking about?
No, I know. But I'm like trying to look down at the dog. I'm like, I think you're down there, but I can't actually see you. So totally those 3D things the plastic thing totally works. It's great.
Right. Mask. Who else has mask life problems? Just mask life problems.
All of us. Mask me and
so much.
Okay. So what we've talked about so far. Telling stories, right? Storytelling about your offer, being specific about your offer, having one solution for one problem for one person, right? To offer all the things for all the people. Having a runway. So leading up to it, you're warming them up, you're hyping them about what's coming. I think we really underestimate hype in our business, but it happens all the time. There is this singer that I follow on social media, Stevie Mac or Steve Mackey, something like that. He's a vocal coach and like J-Lo's his best friend. And he works with like all of these huge pop stars. And he used to do this thing in his house. This is just from stories, where everyone would come over and they would like just like sing together and everyone can sing amazing. And it's great. He's coming out with a Christmas album. It doesn't open or drop or whatever for like a couple more weeks, but he's talking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm telling you about it. Okay. That is the power of hype. Warm them up. Tell them it's coming. Tell them, here's the problem or story tell. Just like think of all the different ways you can talk about this offer without being like, buy my thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Without being like, here's the thing, buy the thing. It's here, the thing.
Mhm.
Right. Maybe you should just be like using the thing. Be like, hey.
Ooh. Do I need one of those? Is it really important?
Everyone actually needs one of these, by the way. This is my favorite gua sha tool.
Why aren't you
And
selling that?
I've always like said I hate gua sha tools, but I actually love these. They're handcrafted.
Why aren't you selling that on Black Friday?
I am. I'm actually selling these. These are amazing, and I love them. I use them on my Tuesday nights all the time.
What about a gua sha package?
I could do a gua sha package. Totally. So
Right.
comes in these little case, and I use the body one as well all the time. So I was just using this one this morning. So I was just like up in it, and I was like,
Oh my God. I need one of those.
in my nose.
Oh my God, stop it. I'm like feeling what you're, if you guys aren't watching this, you guys need to be watching this. Okay. So let's talk about value add, because I know we mentioned
Value
that.
adds. Oh, and I did want to make sure that we talked about it for just 1 second. I want to make sure we went back to because I feel like especially for estheticians that we talk about really deeply. If you are launching something kind of new, you're not going to launch anything massively new, but you could, let's say you're like, but I really wanted to, to roll out my new machine or a new treatment. Okay. It has to be so close to something you've already been doing.
Yeah.
So it has to be aligned with something you're already doing where people are like, oh, I get that. I know what that is. So it's like, oh, I already use this machine. So they get this thing. They get it. They understand what it is. It's already part of it. It can't be something so new that they're like, I don't understand what you're doing. What? I don't get that.
No, clarity is key for sure.
Because I know that a lot of people, like, this is the time of year where they love to roll out a new thing and sell a bunch of them. And that's why you failed before, because you're just like, oh, I rolled out this whole new thing and it just flopped.
Yeah. Don't do a new thing. Keep it simple. So they don't have to think about it.
Christmas is time for new things.
Yes.
Black Friday is not. Okay, cool. All right.
Let's talk about urgency. So my sale is going to be 1 day, and I know you had some different opinions.
So I really believe, because of, I feel with physical things and kind of with our clientele, I've always found that a 3-day sale works really well. But I feel that you kind of pre-sell it early. So Black Friday is when it ends. So you have till, Black Friday at midnight, you're done. But you kind of like launch it to people beforehand, and you're like, hi, to my special people, I'm launching a little early for you to pre-buy, just for you though, nobody else, unless you want to give it to your friends, but like, shh, right? And I usually launch it 3 days before Black Friday. And I try to get people to really buy, because I want their money before everyone else gets their money. Because once they start spending that money, they're out of money. Yeah. There's a certain kind of client where when they're out and they're done.
So exactly. That's that runway. That's building that hype, that the people who raise their hand to that runway are your top people. So like give them the secret, like pump them up, like make them feel special, because they are special, because they said, yeah, I want that thing you have.
That's right.
Go, cool. Let me deliver it for you.
Yeah. So just give them a little bonus. And I'm sure you've had this happen before. Like, I'm part of Creo Brew, which is a chocolate company, which I love. And they literally will be like, hey, we're special offering you, access to our website early to get like the limited edition things. Right. In case it sells out.
Take my money.
You're like, here's my money. Right. So
now we've sort of touched on this already, but I just want to reiterate it. Like, you don't have to give away the farm to have a Black Friday deal. Like, it doesn't just have to be deeply discounted to be a Black Friday deal. One of the reasons, so I know I said it's going to be $47, but on Black Friday it's $37. And for my pre-sale people, it's $27. That's because the last workshop I did was $27. So I'm super comfortable at that price point. I'm not selling it for $7 because I'm not Walmart, and neither are you.
Yeah.
You do not have to discount your stuff just to make it worthwhile.
Right. And remember, I'm discounting something very deeply because I'm trying to move it off my shelf. Right. If I was not trying to move stuff off my shelf, I would be going through all of my samples and all of my like stuff that might be going, it'd be like, hey, maybe I'll be giving away these lipsticks or something instead as a gift with purchase.
Yeah, like
as a value added, because I'm a huge proponent of value added instead of just like giving away the farm.
Now, what about a value add? Because I know this is super common in the online marketing space, but some personal touch maybe like a one-on-one call or something with you, like a consultation. Is that anything you would ever consider doing?
These people are probably already your clients, so you probably don't need that as much. But if you have some kind of special, like for me, I could do, we could do like a longer, you could do like a longer treatment. So you'd be like, hey, come in. And, for me, I often do like a treatment you've never had. So like you've never had a sound bath with me. Let's do a sound bath. I'm trying to upsell you in the future for some other service that you've never had that maybe you are afraid to try. So one of my higher end services that I know that you're going to love, that you're just afraid to try and spend money on. But I know that I can like win you over with. So and make sure that it's not a painful service, guys. Make sure it's a service that people are like, I want this service because it feels good. Right now, nurturing services are in. So for me,
just like
nap time
my eyebrows off, please, for Black Friday.
Right now, well, I mean, if it's waxing, and I've talked about this before, a lot of times this is the time that I cross promote. So if you're a person who, you do everything with me already and you're happy with everything I give you, then I'm like, hi, can I do your eyebrows? Can I give you, can I do your makeup for you? Can I do something else that I'm going to add some value to you?
Yeah. But again, keep it super simple. What you're doing. And if you're like, wait, I'm getting some ideas, like put it through the test. Is this one solution for one problem to one person? Because if it's not, put a pin in it, and that can be one of your Christmas offers.
Right. And Christmas, like I said, Christmas can get complicated. Nothing wrong with Christmas being a little more complicated. People are fine with Christmas being complicated. I don't know why Christmas can be complicated, but Black Friday cannot. But Black Friday, it does have to be like
2 a.m. to go shopping.
Yeah, no, people are like, and people are like just ravenous. Because like that is the start. Like they're like, let's do this. I want the holidays.
But now, like online shopping, it still blows my mind. And I know, like for each their own. I've been doing online shopping forever.
Me too.
And like I love online shopping, and people are like, oh, but then you don't get to try it on. I'm like, then I just send it back, and I only shop at places that have really good return policies that are real online business places, not just like faking about.
Well, and the thing is, like, I've definitely done, because like even I'll do places, I've purchased from places where I even know that I have to pay for my shipping back, but it's like the cost of doing business for me. Like I'll be like, well, I bought $2,000 worth of, bathing suits. I bought them in 7 sizes, 19 different kinds and 7 sizes, knowing that one shipping label is $10.
Totally. And then you get to do it at home. Oh my God.
Right. And I'm like, because I can't find what I'm looking for in a store, and I don't want to go to a store and try on a bunch and get fatigued and not have like, champagne or whatever is going to make me feel not as bad trying on a bunch of bathing suits.
No. Oh God. Okay, let's talk about tools for engagement, because I know we've like touched upon a bunch of them, but how are you actually going to be reaching out to your people? So like we've said, texting is really super good. Video messaging, a tool I use is called Bonjoro, Bonjoro. We'll link to that.
I use Dubb. I love Dubb. 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 I love them. If you're texting, Twilio is really good. Twilio is really good. Also, I'm setting up Drip based on our last conversation. Drip has integrated texting in it.
I know.
Yeah, it has integrated text messaging. As does Dubb has integrated text messaging, so you can do it with that as well. So Drip has it. I think who else does texting really, really well? Active Campaign has it, but I have not. I was having trouble setting that one up. They charge a lot of money for theirs.
Yeah. No.
So.
And also, like, don't go break the bank yourself trying to add a new tool and trying to learn a new tool. Bonjoro or something.
It can be simple.
Or keep it simple. Also, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger lets you send video, lets you send text, lets you send audio. And even just like simple things like that make it just so much more personal than just plain text, Yeah.
And I mean, even Google. You can even just use Google Voice for these things, and they do that as well. So if you have that set up, it does it as well. And we did just talk about the fact that there's nothing like a personal message coming in through your DMs, telling somebody messages to their heart.
And even I know it makes such a difference, because I know one time I got like an audio message from like a bigger account, and I was just like,
oh, I know it's true. It's true. It's totally true.
On email, if you don't want to pay for any of those services, there are different screen capture. So there's a website called Loom, Loom, and you can record for free just a quick message. You don't have to share your screen. It is used for that. You can do just straight camera, and you can send a personal message, drop that link into the email that you then send the person. Hey, I made a quick video for you. So there's free ways to do it. Two, by all means, send us a message, ask us your questions, and we can help you get sorted out. But just, think outside the box. I think texting is fantastic. It's a great way to stay connected with people, and might as well use it if you have it.
Right. And I have actually gotten into researching on chatbots and like just the chatbot streams. And I've had very good luck actually with chatbots. So at some point when I've mastered those, we'll have a conversation, because chatbots are very helpful and they do magical things for just getting people initial conversation to then get them back to having a DM conversation with you.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible and not very hard to set up. I've used one called Chatrific and one called Mobile Monkey, and both of them were very easy to set up.
I did have, I subscribed to somebody's chat bot to get like notification about a webinar, and then it would not stop messaging me. And I was literally stop. And then it would send me another one a couple weeks later. I'm like, fucking stop, like stop messaging me. So don't dip your toe in that water unless you
definitely know how to do the stop. So make sure that you don't, no spamming of people.
No.
And also everybody hates that so much, of all kinds of things.
Yes. So let us know how you're reaching out to your people, how your packages are going. Remember, one problem, one solution to one person. Keep it simple. Please keep it simple.
Yes. And we want you to be super successful this holiday season and sell all the things, make all the money, and, get into their pockets now, because who knows how much longer you'll be able to get into their pockets. Also, just help your clientele, because they want your things. They really do. They do want your things.
Yes. And they want to support you if they really like you.
And that's another thing. Remind them that they want to support you, because they absolutely do.
Yes, they totally do. So send us your messages. Tell us how it's going. Let us know if you have questions. You can always find us on the Instagram. The show is at Skinfessional, or you can find Cybil at Your Skin Fitness Expert, or you can find me at Paula or Samala. It's spelled exactly like it sounds.
And we do have a Skinfessional phone number. It's a Skinfessional box. You can leave information on it.
Box.
The number is 818-473-5277. So guys, until next week.
Keep your secrets to yourself.
Unless you're telling us.
Okay, bye.
Bye.